tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. When I was a little kid, my parents had a box of 45 records, and The Tide is High was the one that probably got the most spins from me. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how to play an authentic sounding version of The Tide is High. Good news, not a lot of chords, not a lot of difficult, impossible things to play. It's actually going to be a lot of fun. If that's what you're looking for, stick around. I'm Brenda Earl-Stokes. I'm the owner and creator of Piano and Voice with Brenda. I make creative and practical resources for singers, pianists, and music educators to help you level up and become a versatile musician. So The Tide is High is a pretty unique song. Blondie, the band, and Debbie Harry, the lead singer, were very, very interested in that kind of like punk rock scene that was happening downtown in the 70s. And what was mixed into punk rock was also ska and reggae. That was very much part of that scene. And so The Tide is High has that kind of Caribbean feel that really comes from reggae or the reggae influence. And I cover this, the reggae sound a little bit in my tutorial for No Woman, No Cry. So if you want to dive deeper into this, that's a great one to check out. Before I teach you the chords, I have a free download of the lyrics and chords that you can have to either print out or refer to during this tutorial. So I recommend that you go down here, pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com/The Tide is High. And it's perfectly free, 100% free. You just have to go and fill out the form and it's all yours. So take a second to do that so that you have everything that you need in front of you in order to do the tutorial. So the first thing to know about The Tide is High is that we're in the key of B major. And B major is one of those ones that people go, what? B major. B major has 5 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. And so if you just take a moment and go, oh yeah, it's all the black notes that are available to us. And then take a moment and just play through the B major scale a few times. This is always a really good idea just to get you kind of like acquainted with the key center, because all of the chords that we're going to play, all 3 of them, are all from this key. And the 3 main chords are our primary chords, which is a B chord, an E chord, and an F sharp chord. And that is all the chords for the entire song. This is a 3-chord wonder song, which is absolutely fantastic. And so it starts off, and right now we're going to play everything in root position. If you decide that you want to invert, more power to you, but you really don't need to in order for this to sound good. So we go B major, and then E flat, and then F sharp. B major, and then E, then F sharp. B major, then E and F sharp, B major, then E, then F sharp, right? And that's the whole song, okay? So you're gonna go, the tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh no, it's not the things you do that tease and hurt me bad, but it's the way you do the things you do to me. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh no. Then we're in the chorus again. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. Then things change here. It goes number one. Yep. That's the whole song. There are other verses. There are other things, but this is the whole song. That's literally it. That's all she wrote. So let me show you the accompaniment strategy, and then we'll do a playthrough. This is basically it. We'll do the accompaniment strategy, then I'm going to show you the cool trumpet/string intro, and then we'll do a playthrough. I mean, this is a, cheap and cheerful. So the groove that we're going to play in our right hand is the typical reggae groove, and that is where you're going to be playing on all of the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just like that. And it's going to take a minute. You can tap if you want. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 3 and 4 and that's it. That's what you're going to play. It sounds great, right? Your left hand is going to go 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5. So you're playing the chord in your left hand, but you're playing it broken. And you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And this is approximately what the bass player plays for most of the piece. If you want to mix it up a little bit, again, you're welcome to, or if you want to transcribe what the actual bass player is doing, fine. This is a great abbreviation just to get us going. And it's actually the same bass line as Desmond has a barrow in the marketplace. Obla dee, obla da. Same exact groove. So it works for both. So let's put these two things together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you're finding this difficult to do, then I would say do the tapping method. So you're going to go left, right, left, both, left, right, left, both, left, right, left, both, left, right, left, both. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. You see how he did that so that you can tap that and you can tap it along with the original recording or with me. So let's put this all together. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh no, it's not the things you do that tease and hurt me bad, but it's the way you do the things you do to me. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh no. Back to the chorus. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. Then you're gonna go number one. So with this part, when she goes number one and you sing the one, it's actually 2 bars of F sharp. And what the bass player does and the strings and everything is they go down the B major scale starting on F sharp. So you're going to go da, 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 da. Just the B major scale. It's not the F sharp major scale. It's the B major scale starting on F sharp. And I like to double it between the 2 hands. Right? You can do it 2 octaves apart or 1 octave apart. Yeah, that's a really, really cool little transition if you can figure it out with 1 or both of your hands. So that's the whole song. That's it. That's all she wrote. Now we're going to have a look at the intro. And the intro, I think, is tricky. When I went to actually sit and figure this out to teach it to you, I went to myself, oh, there's a couple of things that my ear has been hearing, that aren't necessarily exactly what's going on. So when you listen to the intro of the song, you're hearing strings, so that there are violins, but there are also some trumpets. And the trumpets give it a little bit of that Mexican kind of mariachi sound, because when you hear trumpets together, that's immediately where my ear goes. It's like, oh, it's got that mariachi kind of sound. There generally aren't trumpets in reggae music, so this is like got different influences in it. And so it's hard to kind of hear where the actual melody is of the intro, because there's like what the trumpets is playing and then it overlaps with the strings. So I've put something together that kind of makes sense to my ear. But if you are hearing something a little bit different, or you want to just play the trumpets or just play the strings, totally up for you to do. What can I say? We do it my way because it's my channel. So you're going to start out by going, yeah, and everything is the notes of the B major scale. So you're going to go. Da, 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 da. So let's do that together. And remember, you can remind me. I'm a video if you need to. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. All right. And then let's just put the chords, mark the chords in the left hand. It's the same chords we've been playing. Yeah, let's do that one more time. And you'll notice I'm singing. The best way to learn this is to sing it. And then the chords change briefly. You're going to be playing a C sharp minor chord to an F sharp. So instead of playing the E to the F sharp, it's C sharp minor to the F sharp. And you're going to go. Let's try that. Then it goes do da da. That's what the trumpet players play. So let's take it from the C sharp minor. Ba ba do be do boo 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 do. So let's try it from the beginning till there. Then it goes do do. Then it goes da 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 da. So that's just the B triad, but they're playing this one 4 times. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. So we're gonna go da 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 3, 4. Do 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 do. This is such a melodic part. This whole thing is super, super melodic. My hat's off to anybody, whoever wrote this. It's really beautiful. So it goes da dee da do da dee da 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 do da. Right? Da 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 do dee do dee do. Exactly. So we're going to do the whole playthrough now. We're going to go all the way from the start, all the way to the end. And the thing to bear in mind is that we've got this intro thing at the very beginning, and it comes back later as the little instrumental interlude, which is really great. And then remember the scale thing. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways when I play the intro. Just with the chord in the left hand, and then the second time I'm going to do it with the bass line. So if you want to try a challenge, bear in mind I'm still playing everything in root position. Maybe I'll throw an inversion in every once in a while. Totally up for grabs. So away we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. up just like that. Oh no, the tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one, number one, number one. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. The tide is high, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. And then we do a fade out, and that's the whole song. Isn't that so fun to play? And again, this is another one where I feel like really lends itself to sounding great on the piano, but people might listen to, and maybe this was your thing too, listen to it and say, oh, there's way too much going on in that song. Strings and trumpets and band and drums, and I can't play this. This isn't a piano song. But I just showed you, this really sounds a lot like the recording. And I think that your audience would feel very satisfied, and you're probably also feeling like, well, actually, that sounds right. And so this is a lot of what I like to show people is not only can you play root position chords and simple bass lines and all of that, you have full permission to do that. You don't have to be playing any crazy whistles and bells or fancy stuff to have it really sound good, but you can actually really create a surprisingly authentic sounding piano accompaniment to accompany your vocals without having to use a lot of excess things, right? It really sounds authentic. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you. If it was, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. These are such little teeny tiny things that you can do that actually help creators like myself to be able to continue our reign of terror here on YouTube and be able to get a bigger audience and make it worthwhile to post the videos. If you want to know more about me, you should check out my website, pianoandvoicewithbrenda.com. There you'll get access to all kinds of really terrific free resources, and you'll find out how you can work with me. I have worked with so many of my YouTube viewers one-on-one via Zoom. I teach all over the world. And if you're looking for a one-stop place to get all the information you need, you should definitely check out my online membership called The Versatile Musician. If you've been enjoying what you've been checking out here on YouTube, that is a teeny tiny amount of things that I have compared to on the membership, where I have full-length courses that take you step by step through things like chording, accompaniment strategies, music theory, scales, chords, arpeggios, you name it. Even singing, actually, there's a bunch of singing stuff on there too. So if you want to learn more about that, you should definitely check out my website for that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and happy practicing.